So you're serious about launching your lead generation agency. You know there's an opportunity, but you don't know where to start. You don't know who you should target at first. There are so many opportunities between SaaS companies, between marketing agency, between HR firms, between private equity, between consulting firms. The list goes on. Basically, in this video, I'm going to give you the 3 criteria you should look at before going for a niche. And then at the end, I will give you the 3 niche I would go for if I was a beginner and if I was starting my business again. So the number 1 criteria you should go in for is look at companies who has a minimum average ticket at above 10k euro, simply because if their ticket price is too low, they won't be able to afford you. So look at minimum 10,000 euro for them to be a return on investment. So forget all the niches like solopreneur, like coaches, like all the small businesses. Number 1 is work only, obviously, with B2B companies. This goes with my previous point above. If you're working with a solopreneur who has like a 49 ticket price on his course and you bring him 10 a meeting at 100 euro per meeting, you straight away understand there is no return on investment. Now you could do the same job for SaaS companies that has a 100k average ticket price, and for them unable to afford you, it will make way more sense and you will be making money for them and they will be able to afford you. Now the third point you should look at is product market fit. Remember, at the end of the day, it's not simply about signing your client, it's also you're going to be working for them in the end. So you need to figure it out before. Are you going to be able to book some meeting for this company? A really easy way to figure that out is simply wonder, are they actually making money for other companies in a kind of direct way? So good companies to go after would be all the kind of marketing services, all the Google ad companies, all the creative ads company, because advertising company, basically, they advertise for company and there is simply a straight return on investment for the companies they're working for. So when you're going to build an offer for them, it's really easy. It's like invest 1,000 with our company and we will bring you 3,000, a bit like what we're doing for our clients. Now, if you're working with someone who is inventing a way to make a new t-shirt for employees in company, you're going to have a very hard time selling this because nobody wants this, even though they won't be able to sell the product themselves. So they might be interested into working with you because they think you have a magic solution, but you're not going to be able to deliver a result. So have this in mind when you're doing your selections. Now, if I was a beginner, I would pick 3 niche. Number 1 is a saturated niche. You might think like, Henri, what the fuck? Basically, a saturated niche means there's also a lot of demand, and this is the best way to get your foot out of the door straight away, because you might have a lot of competition, but you're going to have positive replies very quickly, and you're going to go on meetings very quickly too, which is going to upgrade your sales game. Number 2 is you should pick a niche in which you have previous experience. In my case, I worked 2 years in a SaaS company as a growth hacker, so it's very easy for me to target SaaS companies, and I was able to know their language, to know which were their goals, which were their problems, and straight away they view me as an expert in the field. And number 3, go for a niche that is less saturated, that passes the filter I gave you, and in a niche where you think there's a potential growth market. This can be like HR firms, this can be like private equity. So basically you have to remember also in cold emailing, you're not simply actually selling your client's product to other people. You're basically making the bridge between one company and another, and that connection is very valuable, and other companies could need the service, but not for selling. If I give you an example for HR company, you're going to tell them, well, look, you have some candidates, we're going to place your candidates into new companies. So you're not selling anything, but you're placing a valuable asset into another company. You can work with a venture capital firm saying, we will do for you the startup sourcing. So basically we're going to find some startup in which you can invest, and so you don't have to waste lots of time trying to figure out which startup we should invest. Basically you can straight away go on meetings with them and ask your key questions. So this is it for this video. I'll see you in the next one.